Today, we are going to break down the 10 healthiest foods you should probably be eating. But we're not just going to give you a list. We're going to uncover the powerful science behind why they work. And you know what? It all boils down to one single simple rule. Let's get right into it. So, what do you think it is? What's the number one most important rule for healthy eating? Is it all about counting your calories, cutting out fat? The answer is actually way simpler and, honestly, a lot more powerful than you might think. It really all comes down to controlling just one hormone in your body. And here it is, the big secret. Choose foods that do not raise your insulin. Seriously, that's it. This one idea is the guiding principle for everything we're about to talk about. See, when you keep your insulin low, you're basically telling your body to burn fat for fuel, to slash inflammation, and to get off that energy crash roller coaster. It is the master switch for your metabolic health. So why is keeping insulin in check so critical? Well, if we're constantly spiking it with the wrong foods, our cells can actually start to ignore it. It's a condition called insulin resistance. And get this, it's at the root of a whopping 80% of chronic diseases. The foods we're about to show you, they're your absolute first line of defense. Okay, first up, let's talk about the incredible magic of fermentation. We're talking about foods that aren't just packed with nutrients, they are literally alive with good microbes that power up your gut from the inside out. First on the list is a real powerhouse, raw sauerkraut. And the key word there is raw. It is absolutely teeming with more beneficial microbes than you'll find in most of those expensive probiotic capsules. It's also got something called glutamine, which helps heal your gut lining, and this other amazing thing, vitamin K2. Think of vitamin K2 like a traffic cop for calcium, telling it to get out of your arteries and get into your bones where it's actually needed. Oh, and if you thought oranges were the king of vitamin C, think again. Just 1 cup of raw sauerkraut can have over 700 milligrams of vitamin C. That is 10 times the recommended daily amount. It is an absolute superstar for your immune system. Staying in that fermentation family, our next food is quality full-fat cheese. Because it's fermented, it's really low in lactose, so it's much easier on your gut. But its real secret weapon is that same anti-aging vitamin K2 we just saw in sauerkraut. It's what helps keep our arteries and joints from getting stiff and calcified as we get older. And now for a very specific kind of yogurt, L-Reuteri yogurt. Now, this is not your average grocery store yogurt. The unique microbes in the stuff actually help your brain produce more oxytocin, which you might know as the hug hormone. It's pretty wild. The author of our source material said his own wife noticed he was way more affectionate after just a week of eating it. It's a fascinating way to lower stress and just feel more connected. All right, so we've taken care of our gut. Now let's switch gears and talk about fighting inflammation. And for that, we are heading straight to the sea to find one of the most powerful nutrients on the entire planet, omega-3 fatty acids. But here's the thing. Not all fish are created equal when it comes to omega-3s. Take a look at this. A pretty small serving of wild-caught salmon gives you a massive 2,000 milligrams. Now compare that to regular old codfish, which has less than 200. So if you're really looking for those big anti-inflammatory benefits, fatty fish like salmon is the clear winner, no question. And hey, here is some great news for your wallet and your pantry. There's this common myth that the canning process destroys all the delicate omega-3s in fish. Well, you know what? Lab tests have proven that's just not true. Canned wild salmon, sardines, even cod liver, they're all fantastic, super convenient ways to get that daily dose. Okay, next up, we're looking at some serious power from the land. And it's probably time to rethink some of the things you've heard about meat and nuts and really discover just how incredibly nutrient-dense they can be. Let's talk about the good old hamburger. Now, I'm not talking about fast food here, okay? I'm talking about a quality, grass-fed burger. And here's the part that might surprise you. A leaner burger can actually spike your insulin more. An 80-20 blend is perfect because the fat actually helps stabilize your blood sugar. See, it brings us right back to our number one rule. And on top of that, it's loaded with highly absorbable iron, zinc, and B vitamins. Next up, we've got what is probably the easiest health hack on this entire list, Brazil nuts. And you don't need a whole handful. All you need is 1 or 2 a day. That's it. That gives you all the selenium your body needs, and that mineral is absolutely essential for your immune system. So why is selenium such a big deal? Well, it's basically the fuel for your T helper cells. And you can think of these T helper cells as the generals of your immune system's army. They're the ones that identify threats, and then they direct all the other immune cells, telling them where to go and what to attack. Without enough selenium, that command center just can't do its job right. And finally, let's talk about the finishing touches. These are the super easy additions you can throw into almost any meal to seriously level up its nutritional firepower. Our three boosters are arugula, extra virgin olive oil, and yes, you see that right, dark chocolate. Each one of these brings something totally unique and really powerful to the table. Let's break them down. Arugula is so much more than just a peppery salad green. It's actually the planet's #1 food source for something called nitric oxide, which is this fantastic compound that helps relax your blood vessels and improve your circulation. Big bonus, it's low in oxalates, which are these compounds in other greens like spinach that can sometimes cause issues for people who are sensitive. Next, real extra virgin olive oil. And I have to stress, quality is everything here. The powerful phytonutrients inside have an anti-clotting effect that is 20 times stronger than green tea. And that is so important when you consider that nearly 90% of heart attacks are actually caused by a blood clot. And our final food is one I think a lot of you will be pretty happy to see: dark chocolate. Now, chocolate does have those oxalates we just mentioned, but it's also jam-packed with magnesium, which very cleverly binds to them and neutralizes them. And magnesium is a true master mineral. It helps control calcium, it lowers stress hormones, and it boosts your energy at a cellular level. So there you have it, that's the list. But information is only really powerful when you actually apply it. And that brings us to a simple challenge. This next line is a direct quote from our source material, and it's a really powerful promise. The idea is simple. For just 1 week, just 7 days, focus on bringing these foods into your diet. Look, the goal isn't to be perfect. It's just to prove to yourself how profoundly you can change the way you feel in a really short amount of time. So, what do you think? Are you ready to give it a try? Remember, this isn't about restriction. It's about taking back control of that master hormone, insulin, and just adding some incredible nutritional power to your plate. Are you ready for your 7-day reboot?